Double digit thousands back.
Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I hope you guys are having a fantastic rest of your day. Today is going to be another collaboration video. I don't know why I'm saying like that, but this is another collaboration video with a bunch of ladies from We Love Collabs, and I'm going to be leaving all the links down below to their group channel. Their group. I'm going to leave a link to the group, the playlist, and all the other links of my social medias, so you can go check that out. If you are wanting to subscribe to my channel, and you want to be part of the family, go ahead and press the subscribe button down below, and make sure to also click that bell button beside it so you can get notified for every YouTube video I post and film. So I'm gonna go ahead and get started because I left this off way too long. So this is called the rapid fire book tag, and excuse me, and it's at least 24 questions. 24 questions. I have them here on my phone so I can have easy access. But it's 24 questions, basically asking, do you want this, do you want that, do you prefer this or this, and some general questions about books. So I'm going to go ahead and get started. Number 1, do you prefer ebooks or physical books? I prefer ebooks. I prefer really good ebooks. Any and all ebooks. I love to read. Not very much. I have a lot of books that have not been read. But I have at least one that I have not read beside me. And there's several others I haven't read. But I prefer ebooks because they're easier to me, they're easier to read to me. And you can bookmark it online, you can bookmark it on your Kindle. I have a lot of books on my Kindle that I haven't read yet, but I prefer ebooks. Number 2, paperback or hardback? Easy question, hardback, because you cannot rip it easily. Paperback books, you can rip easily, and I don't like that. Or if it gets in boxes when you're moving, you get tear easily, and I don't like that. Online or in-store book shopping? I prefer in-store shopping just because it's convenient. I mean, online's convenient too, but sorry if you see a glare on my glasses, but it'd be easier. No, I'm kidding. Anyway, but I do prefer in-store book shopping just because, you don't want that hassle because mail these days are getting screwed up, mixed up, and I don't like that. Trilogies or series? Series. I believe series goes on longer than trilogies, and I love series because of that reason. Heroes or villains? I like both, but I have to choose heroes because I love more heroes and less villains. In a book you want everyone to read. Well, I actually have a book that I want everyone, and I recommend everyone to read. It's called So Far From Home, the Dear America series. The Diary of Mary Driscoll, an Irish mill girl. And I read almost every single page in this book, and I can tell you it's amazing. I have Irish in me, so I'm 3/4 Irish, so I can relate. Well, not relate, but I can imagine And I fell in love with this book because it's Irish. I fell in love with this book. Um, and I actually kept this book since when I was in 6th grade, so I kept this book and it's been forever since I've had it. But I recommend everyone reading this book. It's the Dear America series, So Far From Home. Basically, it follows a girl that came from Ireland to America looking for work, and she's actually working in a mill, one of the mills in America. So that's a book I recommend. Recommend an unrated book. Well, I don't have an unrated book, which is a forgotten book. Just because I'm like fallen back off the wagon. I don't really pay attention to books very often. So I do not have a forgotten book to recommend. Unless it's like one of those old romantic books that no one reads anymore. Except for me. The last book you finished. The last book I finished was this book right here. The reason why I don't have a cover is because the cover got lost somewhere in the atmosphere, in space. I can't read it, but anyway, this book is called Hades, and it's from Alexandria. It's from Alexandria. Let's see. It shows you in the front cover, if I can turn it. It's from Alexandria Adornetto. Yeah, Adornetto. She is amazing. I love her books. This is not actually the first book in the series, which is bummer. I'm trying to look for the other books in the series. But yeah, this is the last book I read, and it's basically about a girl, an angel falling from heaven, a fallen angel from heaven, who basically, it's like a fantasy book kind of thing where it basically follows this fallen angel from heaven and love triangle between the leader's son in hell, and how he wants this fallen angel, but this fallen angel's fallen in love with a human. It follows love triangle basically. So, but I love that book. I'm looking for the other books that go with to go with Hades. So anyway, my voice is. Anyway, the last book you bought. I know I'm behind on the Hunger Games, but this is the last book I bought. It's been a while since I bought any books, but this is the very last book I bought before I went on the book strike, basically. I don't really buy books. This is the last book I bought, which is The Hunger Games. As you can tell, I haven't read it that much. I only got to the first page, and what is it even the first page? Oh, I'm sorry. I got to page number 4. I got to page number 4, and I haven't even read it. I have a lot of books I have not read, and I need to read. The weirdest thing you've used is a bookmark. The weirdest thing I used as a bookmark. I don't think I had any weird things I used as bookmarks. I've used lined paper, like these kind of note papers that you write notes on, note cards. I've used paper that you can fold up, use that, colorful, just regular bookmarks, but I haven't used any weird bookmarks at all. Used books, yes or no? yes. I've actually had several books, including this one. I've got this one used. I got this from my middle school. I think I think I bought this, I think, or either that or I took it from the school. Anyway, but I do have several books that are used. I prefer to buy them new. But I don't care if they're used because I love sharing. Sharing is caring initially. So I love sharing. I don't care if it's sharing books. Like if my best friend is done with a book and she lends me the book that she read, that she finished, I'll finish it, then give it back to her. I don't mind if I don't keep it or whatnot. I borrow my mom's all the time. It's not that bad. So I prefer used books. I prefer new books, but I like used books. Top 3 favorite genres. I like romantic books, fantasy books, murder mystery, romance, and fantasy books. 13, borrow or buy. I would borrow because it's cheaper. But if not, then I would buy. But I prefer borrowing. 14, characters or plots. I like characters, but every character have to have a plot. And to me, the plot is very important in every story. So I prefer the plot. Long or short books. Oh god. I hate long books. They go on forever. I'm a very slow reader, so I prefer short books. Long or short chapters. Again, I don't like long chapters. So, short chapters. Name the first 3 books you think of. Well, number 1, Hades. Number 2, this book, which is Dear America. And number 3, I'm going to say number 3 would be The Hunger Games. I have all of the 3 books right here in front of me, so I'm thinking of them. Yeah. So, my throat's like, let me rest. Okay, so books that made you laugh or cry. Books I've read in my lifetime, I've read Romeo and Juliet. That made me cry. That made me laugh and cry. Well, no, mostly cry. I can't think of anything else. Twilight, didn't really make me cry or laugh. I mean, some parts make you cry, but then it's not really the cry-laugh situation, but the only one is like, Romeo and Juliet, Shakespeare sort of stuff. Our world or fictional worlds. Well, I would rather live in fictional worlds where I like to live. I mean, we all want to live somewhere else, in a different land, in a different world, but I would rather live in fictional world. And hopefully the jobs are better. Because I can't get a job. Anyway, so, audiobooks. Yes, definitely. I hate reading to myself. I'm a slow reader, like I said, and I get tired very easily. Even talking about books, I get tired. Do you ever judge a book by its cover? Well, we're talking about books. I tend not to. With books, I don't. With movies, I do, but with books, I don't. A movie or TV show you prefer to its books? Wait, I skipped one. Movie to book or book to TV. So, books to movie or books to TV? Books to movie. Just because I haven't seen many books to TV recently, lately. Robin Hood, I haven't ever seen. I prefer books to movies. A movie or TV show you preferred to its books? A movie. I prefer 50 Shades of Grey movie to the books. I know the books are more detailed. But the reason why I say I prefer the movie to the books is because I'm a very slow reader. I hate reading most of the time, and it makes me tired most of the time, so I would rather like the movies. I know many of you will disagree with that, but it's life, it happens. The last question, series or standalones? Series. I don't like standalones because they're like a one-hit wonder on TV. They're like a one-hit wonder on radio. You want to hear more of that, like, if they're like one-hit wonders to where, like, you hear that song, you want to hear more of that song, but it's only a one-hit wonder. Same with the standalones. I want to know more about the story. That's why I like series better, because I don't like standalones. So, that was a lot to talk about. So this is the collaboration video that I have for you guys. And stick around, because I will be having another video to film here in like a day or two. This Sunday I am going to have a makeup video. I'm going to have a makeup video for Easter going up live on my YouTube channel, so don't miss out. So stay tuned for that. And also stay tuned, I'm still working on my big video project over my cruise. I know I haven't been working on it, that's my excuse, so, but I do plan on working on it soon, so, yeah, don't miss out on either of them. Yeah, this is my video. I'm gonna go ahead and let my voice rest for a while. But I'm gonna be leaving all the links, like I said in the beginning of the video, leaving all the links down below to the Facebook, and social media channels and playlists, all that. Whew. So, I will see you guys later. Bye.